Hey crafty people, it's Tash here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be playing with the brand new Craft Your Life project kit from Altenew. Words, Tash. This one is called the Dynamic Blossoms project kit. I love it. And we're going to be doing some stepping up of simple card designs. So I wanted to show you first how these project kits come. I haven't had one for a couple of months, and so yeah, I was just really excited. Look at how beautiful that is. You know I kept that. You know that I'm going to use it for something. I don't know what, but I couldn't get rid of it. It's too beautiful. So I'm going to show you the products that you get in the kit first. So with these project kits, the Craft Your Life project kits, you're going to get a large stamp set, a coordinating die with some extra fun dies in there, a stencil and an embossing folder. It's awesome. You get so much. I'm going to make 3 projects with this today, and I barely even scratch the surface of what you can do. I don't even use all of the products that come in this kit. So I'm starting with this beautiful, like, I don't know, filigree stencil. It's just really pretty. Oh, I love this kit. It's gorgeous. So I've got it on an A2 panel of Nina, £80, and I'm just ink blending some of my favourite Seashores inks onto it, adding some darker ink towards the bottom just to give me a little bit of variation. I have re-inked those ink pads, so as you can see, they're nice and juicy, which between that and the large blending tool makes it's so easy to blend this stuff. So without adding any more ink to my brush, just using what's on there and also what's on the stencil, I'm just going to add some more of these. I'm just sort of adding them going off the side of the panel because I want it to look like this is cut from a larger piece of pattern paper. But I wanted that central one to be the brightest and most in focus. So once I've done that, I'm going to do something which you may find a little weird, but I'm going to coat the entire panel in some embossing ink. So I like to use the embossing ink by Wow. Once I've got that completely covered, and you can tell that it is when it's all nice and shiny, I'm going to cover the entire panel in, this is a clear embossing powder, but it's called Frosted Glass, and it's got like different grades of the embowder. That was like embossing and powder mixed together. New word. So it's going to give us a really textured finish, and I just love how it brings this whole panel to life. It's awesome. It's just such a fun and quick way to really step up your stenciled panels. Sorry. So yeah, I'm just heating it all up. It does take a little while to heat it up because it is an entire panel of embossing, but yeah, it's just so worth it. I love how this turns out in the end, and it's got a really fun sort of semi-rough kind of texture that you can't really catch on camera, but in real life it is incredible. You can see it's all shiny and pretty. I love how that looks. So to continue this card, I'm going to cut the sentiment that you get with the coordinating die set in this project kit. It's Hello You in this really cute sort of handwriting font. So I cut it twice from some copper pearl powder pearl cardstock that I had. I stacked those up on top of each other, and then I grabbed out the mix and match frames die set, and I'm going to cut that like deckled edge frame from the center of this panel. You may think that I'm going crazy, but trust me, it's awesome. This is another way that I love to step up an ink blended panel or a flat panel. It's just by doing some just change it up a little bit. So I've cut that from the center, and I'm then going to glue the outside frame onto another piece of A2 cardstock. I've added some of the instant dimension foam tape to the back, added a little bit of liquid glue over the top of that to give me just a second or two's wiggle room, and then I'm going to line that up back where it goes. So again, it's another way where maybe on camera it doesn't look that different, but in real life, yeah, it's just a really fun and different, interesting way of stepping up your card panels. So I've torn a tiny piece of vellum that I'm going to use to back my sentiment, just because I felt like it was getting a little bit lost on that what is quite a busy patterned background. So once I've got those glued on, I'm then going to attach that to my panel itself with just a little bit of glue that I will hide behind that sentiment. Now, I wasn't sure where to put this, and I toyed with either the middle or the bottom, and looking at it now, I wish I'd done the bottom, but I didn't. I did the middle. I still like it. Yeah, it's really cute. So next up, we're going to be stepping up just a really simple embossed panel. So I ran this through in the embossing folder that comes with the kit, and I'm using, this is the antique gold pigment ink, and a domed foam blender, and I'm just adding some of that gold pigment ink all across this beautiful ornate embossed image panel. So you can see it just brings it to life. Really, really beautiful. So you don't want to put any pressure on at all, because we don't want to get that ink in all of the valleys or on just, the flat cardstock. We just want to catch all of the highlights. And I just think that that's really, really beautiful. So I finished it off really simply with a little stamped sentiment from the stamp set, and a couple, just the one, acrylic enamel heart dot from the Essentials black and white set. I then mounted that, I trimmed it down just slightly and mounted that onto some craft cardstock. Now, I decided that I loved that so much, I wanted to see what happened if I did it on black cardstock. So I did spritz this quite liberally with water before I put it into the embossing folder. And I think it really does make a big difference on how much detail you get. I'd seen a video by Yana recently, Yana Shmakula, where she'd done this technique, and I wanted to try it. And yeah, I really think that it really, really works. So you want to get the whole panel wet, but not dripping wet, and then run it through. And then obviously you are going to need to let it dry. But I do feel like it gave me a much deeper embossed image. So that was good. So once it was fully dry, I'm just doing the same thing with the gold pigment. And I just love watching that pattern come to life there. It's just really beautiful. So I trimmed this panel down a little bit as well, and I'm adding it to an A2 card base. I'm adding my sentiment again, just the same as I did with the other one, and that's it. There's my 3 cards. Really quick and easy cards, but with simple ways to step up very basic techniques. Let me know what you think, which one's your favourite. I'd love to hear from you. And do you get these project kits? I think that they're really great value. I really love them. I hope that you have a lovely, happy, safe and wonderful week. Also, if you aren't already subscribed, then please do consider it. I would love to have you here with us, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. Stay crafty. Bye.